Hey everyone, my name is Rachel and I am the founder of WOKEN. And today we're going to do a meditation on the imposter syndrome feeling. So, first, let's get started by having you sit in a very comfortable position. And you're welcome to close your eyes if you'd like. Imposter syndrome is very common. Reason being, it's hard to ever feel sure how we stack up. It's essentially a feeling of confusion because there's never really one person who's ever going to give you that 100% answer. But there are ways of making sense of things and feeling like a fit for a certain role. With so many people in this world, we all have so many different types of skills, traits, and attributes. And that's okay. But how do we make sense of who you are in a way that feels good? I would reframe imposter syndrome, and instead of feeling less than or more than, I'd try to see it as which role you feel like a fit for. Finding that fit requires you to have a strong understanding of the role's requirements. You can learn from other professionals in order to feel certain about what those expectations are. But fit also requires you to get to know yourself. I'm going to guide you through a few questions to help you get to know yourself and your natural abilities. Feel free to jot some thoughts down or just think about your responses. What are you most natural at? What skills come easy to you? What do you enjoy doing or helping others to do? What have you gotten positive feedback on? What projects have you crushed? When were you feeling like you were in flow? What would you choose to do today if you had an hour? How would you spend your week if someone at work allowed you to fully decide? What skills or information would you choose to train up on? Don't forget that you also have affinities and propensities and potential to become great at certain things. Knowing how you typically operate and how you think will allow you to assess your current knowledge as well as what role you would be a great fit with if you had that training. Give yourself some breathing room in that you can adopt and learn a skill set if you have enough persistence and commitment. So rather than just focusing on your current state, think about what role would be the right fit and how to push towards that slowly but surely. Remember that you might have worked on something that isn't exactly the way a role is looking for, but it might be similar. There might be traits that are still extremely relevant and valuable. And don't forget that your soft skills are immensely valuable. You are going to show up to the workplace as your whole self. They know that you can learn those hard skills, but the way you approach things, your personality, your values, your integrity, the ability to know how and when to ask questions, all of those strategic and creative ways that you can operate are extremely valuable in addition to the hard skills. It's important to think about your past experience as well as where you are today and where you can and want to go in the future. Focus on what's out there for you. and what makes sense for you to strive for as your next step. Try to be as objective as you can when you're gathering all these pieces of information about yourself and about your options of what you might pursue. Use help from others to learn about those roles, and use help from others to get to know yourself in terms of how they have positively perceived all the great things that you have done and can do and are capable of. I hope this was helpful. Reach out if we can be of any more help, and see you next time.